what I mean, one, Mr. Grinch. For all the hype you steal, you posted up a banner with all the fan appeal, Mr. Grinch. You put the community in a Toxicity feel. So I hope that painted a broad description of what we're going over in this video.
That was amazing.
Oh, well done, well done.
So, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about this one. This is the most hilarious leak I've ever seen in my life. If this is fake, it had to be done by a comedic genius. That's all I gotta say. The memes that came out of this, aww. Who was that?
The man who did this is living in 3030.
Oh, we just lost Smash Mario Pro. He'll be back.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Should we wait for him to...
Yeah, I can try and cut this out. Or I could just leave it in. So, Smash Mario Pro 2000's here. Kind of. He'll come back if his connection holds out. Yeah, Sliver's here, and Mr. Nintendo are here. They're all here from the Discord community. And, we just wanted to have our say in the matter about the whole Grinch leak. Because this is, as stated earlier, I think it's the most hilarious thing ever. Or at least the most hilarious
Before
thing.
it's too late.
Yeah. After all, we've only got maybe 2 days left before we find out if it's real or not. Actually, less than 2 days.
Yeah, we've got
I think...
like 26 hours right now.
The suspense is killing me.
I believe we're getting something.
It had to happen. I mean, with the bundle coming out, it kind of had to happen, which is kind of one of the first points that I'm very curious to know. In the box, the Smash Brothers Switch bundle box, there he is. There's Smash Mario Pro. We're just leaving it.
Okay, alright, so my Discord literally just crashed. So, that was something.
Well, it's happened to me a lot, so I understand. I just kind of introduced everybody. We're going I want to try and get this in as quickly as we can because we have less than 2 days to find out if this leak is real or not. I know. This is amazing. And what I was just about to say was, I think this had to come out before the box, before the Switch Smash Bundle box. Now, it doesn't contain the game. It doesn't. It contains a code that can't be used until the game is released. But what I want to know is, does that box have, promotional material inside of it, or does it...
People have gotten the box.
Right. They've gotten the box, but I haven't seen anything inside of it yet. All I've seen is the box itself. And what I would actually like to know is, do they have the companies on the back of the box, or somewhere in the box?
Oh, that's true.
I think they said no.
Well, I mean, if you look at the E3 demo, they only had up to Konami. So
yeah, they didn't have the Shigas. They have I think it's Ape Incorporated for Found until Nest. They don't even have it in the game until you unlock.
Yeah.
All right. I need to go back and look at that. That's for the 3DS box, though. The Wii U one.
Yeah, I was just saying it's the same, but yeah, it's.
Yes, that's very strange, but I think that would have been the official kill switch right there, as Billybo 10,000 has already said. Because I've been watching Billybo 10,000 and Papagino's very closely for a while now.
Yeah, I've watched Papagino's.
Yep, same.
And that's where I've been getting a lot of my information. I've been trying to gather some more information everywhere else. But I've been staying away from the crossfire because how bad is it that people just can't say it's real or fake and leave it at that? Just give your opinion and don't go at each other's throats.
Yeah, people are getting way too defensive about it.
Yeah, the fact that, Smash Brothers fan base is not foreign to toxicity. Just look at the comment sections on sets where Bayo wins. If you want a proof of that. If people should be just civilly debating this, if they think it's real or not. It shouldn't be at each other's throats.
Right. I mean, this is a case where it doesn't feel like we're going to get any real evidence for it being real or fake until at least there's something that comes out. And the more I see it, I see more and more things that actually point in favor towards it. That's what's like actually getting to me right now. But I'm not saying that this proves it's real. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, it's got a lot of stuff going for it.
Yeah, especially with the evidence pointing towards one character in particular.
Oh no,
but
go ahead.
That.
Let's just go ahead. First of all, if you don't know who the characters are, in fact, we haven't even explained what this whole thing really is. So somebody apparently took a Snapchat of, like, what was this? Like an office work or something for promotional material?
Yeah, it was like they were working on the...
Yeah, and they put it on their Snapchat story, and someone screenshotted it, and it got around fast.
Because of course it would.
Yeah, because you kind of can't... Because once you show Smash Brothers information, it will spread like wildfire.
Especially with something as controversial as this. So apparently there was like a wrist strap, I think, that showed like the full banner that had every character in there, including 7 characters that we didn't know about. And if you're still watching this, we're spoiling it. Those characters are Shadow, Ken, Isaac, the Choir Boys, or the Chorus Kids, Gino, Mock Rider, and the one that kind of raises the red flag, but I still want it to happen so badly, Banjo-Kazooie! Did I miss anything?
No,
there are some characters that are debated, but those are the main 7.
Yeah.
Cosmos from Xenogear and Skull Kid. A few people see them, but I don't think
Cosmos
so.
is straight up fake, but we still have Skull Kid's probably fake too, but you can sort of...
Yeah, that's just an illusion with Mark Rider's bake.
Yeah, Mock Rider was so hard for me to make out. I couldn't even tell. And I think that's my...
I have some remastered version of it that makes it easier to look.
To think, some people actually debated this legitimately, if this legitimacy of this leak, because it was blurry.
That's the funny thing to me. The photo itself isn't blurry. It's just been blown up. It's very small, so you can't judge the quality of it. So you can't tell if it's real or fake one way or the other. You just kind of have to make your own guesses.
Yeah. So which character do you want to start with?
I think we'll just go ahead and say the one character that's not on here, that's the reason everybody is saying it is fake because of all the inside sources saying that it's fake. That being Incineroar.
Incineroar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Incineroar is completely absent from this poster.
Which, to me, is actually kind of interesting, because if you had replaced almost any one of those characters and put Incineroar in there, I don't think a lot of people would have any problems believing it. But the fact that he's not there is what actually makes this so debatable. Like, almost everybody that has an inside source or saying that is saying that it's Incineroar. However, from what I've been following very closely with, is that Incineroar was like the last character to be officially confirmed by the inside sources. Like, it took them a while to finally say it was Incineroar. But why was he the last one?
Well, Sakurai, if you go back to Smash Wii U and 3DS, he picked Greninja before he even appeared because he just saw concept art. Maybe he saw concept art of Incineroar and he was just unsure of how he'd play out and wanted to see more of him. But now that he saw, like, Sun and Moon came out, but now it's just too late to implement him into the base roster. I kind of
agree with that. I think Incineroar is there, but he's not in the base. I think he could be like the first DLC that we get.
That doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Mewtwo was the first one to be DLC last time, so I'm not saying it's a pattern, but I'm just saying like it was a Pokemon last time, so maybe it's a Pokemon this time, and maybe it'll be like...
I just feel like if they're going to go Pokemon DLC, why not just wait for Gen 8 now?
They probably will. I'm sure they're going to have Gen 8 ready. But that's the way I feel about it, because like I was pretty sure it was going to be Geno that was going to be like the first DLC character. But Incineroar, well, I mean, there's the possibility that maybe if you have signed up already with Nintendo Online, that they'll give them to you for free, kind of like what they did with Mewtwo. So maybe it won't. Maybe he'll be like, here's the first DLC, but if you've already signed in, then it's not going to be a problem for at least this certain amount of time.
That'll be good.
Yeah, similar.
That's a good way to promote it. That's a good way to promote it.
Yeah, similar to how they did with Mewtwo, where you got him via Nintendo Club Nintendo. You get him for free, but you got him early. I think that's probably what they're gonna do. If it's not Incineroar, it's gonna be the first DLC character, whoever it is. If it's not, but I think what caught many people by surprise was the lack of Incineroar was because there's no new Pokemon rep, and that's something that's always happened with Smash Bros. We at least got one new Pokemon because Sakurai likes to keep up to date with the Pokemon series, because as I mentioned before, he wanted to put in Greninja before he even appeared in a Pokemon game.
That's true, but there is something I'd like to bring attention to, and it's like one of the big reasons people think that it's fake leak is because the characters feel too like they're just servicing fan appeal. Like it's it's all the characters that everybody wants, and it's
to the extreme.
Yeah, but to be honest, when I was trying to pay attention to how they were picking the characters, because it was confusing to me. It's like there weren't that many new games that came out with a bunch of new characters over the time span of Smash Wii U and Smash Switch. Plus, they had the ballot. So if you don't have that many new characters, then why not just add in the characters from the ballot? That way, the fans are really excited and happy that all these characters got in. I wasn't entirely sure of that until King K. Rool happened.
Yep, and even Sakurai said that he mentioned the ballot when talking about King K. Rool.
I think most of the newcomers are people who are going to be in previous games but cut for whatever reason. Like Ridley was always tried to get in, and then the Chorus Kids were cut from 4. Mach Rider was somebody he always wanted in.
Wasn't Mach Rider considered for Melee?
Yeah, he was considered for Melee. And then I think at least a few of the characters. Wasn't one of the newcomers of the Forbidden 7 in Brawl?
Not that I'm aware of. Like, the only new characters that were there were either, like, Toon's Zelda, Toon's Sheik, and Dixie Kong. Like, those were the only...
Oh, and Plusle and Minum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was, that was the cut from Melee, then, either Plusle and Minum or me. But yeah, considering Ridley and then, like, Chorus Kids and stuff, I feel like it's, like, a bunch of people they wanted to get in before.
Oh, and Chrom.
Yeah.
Chrom is...
So to me, it makes the argument of these being fan appeal characters isn't what bothers me so much or what should discredit it. I will give you permission to doubt it because, I mean, how many times are we going to see a character that has always been like rumored or leaked and it turned out false? Like, I never believed any leak that had Ridley or King K. Rool on it until they were officially confirmed. And I'm not going to blame anybody that has that same approach to, say, Banjo-Kazooie. However, I do think that there is a lot more evidence supporting that, and there's actually now some really good supporting evidence for a number of these characters. Do we want to transition into that real quick?
Yep.
So we start with Isaac and the plant?
Yes, that's a very good one. The growth, or Psi Energy, or whatever it is, people have noticed that from an official Nintendo event, like, what was it, just the college campus tour or something, where people...
Yeah, the Wendy's college tailgate.
Yeah, people have caught it. It's a little plant that matches up almost perfectly with the plant from Golden Sun. So why would you put an item from a series that hasn't had a representative since a character you cut? I mean, yes, there is music. They still had music, but it seems very weird to do that. They haven't really done that since they had the flipper from Balloon Fight.
Well, they also had the Pitfall in Brawl. And Smashville also appeared in Brawl, despite no Animal Crossing rep.
But they had an Animal Crossing stage at the time.
Yeah. So.
And at that time, Sakurai did actually think about the villager, but he didn't really see how well it could be implemented at that time.
If Isaac were to get an item, it definitely would be something to do with the growth. Especially, like, the people have like said that it has something to do with it growing a sprout. And it'd be like a ladder. And what new feature was implemented?
Oh, yeah.
Ladder attacks.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it would do something
So-
more than that, to be honest. But it's a good idea.
Like, I think there is a counter argument that it is a
Ladder
very
attacks
generic looking sprout. Like, it might not be a Golden Sun sprout.
I had an idea for it.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but at this moment, it actually does kind of like look very similar to it. Not only that, but
True.
some characters have gotten their trademarks renewed.
Yep.
And
Banjo-Kazooie, Mock Rider, Golden Sun, and Rhythm Heaven.
which all of them have appeared on here. In fact, the only 3 characters not there or haven't got their trademarks renewed because Nintendo doesn't own them are Shadow the Hedgehog, Ken, and Gino.
I actually thought Shadow did recently get a trademark renewed.
Well,
I think if they let the good one for the game expire.
yeah, that's the other thing is like Golden Sun actually got it renewed like a year before it had to. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's the one that's like the Banjo-Kazooie one is the standard renewal, but the one with Golden Sun seems interesting.
What bothers me about the Banjo-Kazooie trademark renewal one is like Nintendo doesn't really own them, right? So why did they renew?
I think they were just listed on. I think they were just listed on there since they had the original game.
Ah, okay. Or it could just be a
I
hint
think-
towards Banjo-Kazooie being on the Nintendo 64 Classic. Who knows?
I will scream if they appear on the Nintendo 64 Classic.
I mean, maybe this is how
I
they're
think
doing
they
it.
have to.
Maybe this.
I mean,
Imagine seeing Banjo-Kazooie in Smash and then seeing them in the N64 collection.
that would be great marketing. Top
Yeah,
notch.
I'm hoping they like made a deal for the game and then N64 Classic.
I mean, Phil Spencer said, like, yeah, he was cool with the idea of Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash. He wanted them in since Smash Wii and 3DS were doing the Smash ballot, and he's still open to the idea of it.
Yeah, so we really.
So,
Yeah, it's so hard to tell with Banjo-Kazooie because like they're the immediate red flag, as I think I've already said that before. But it's just like they're the one that throw caution to all of this. Maybe if you would replace Banjo-Kazooie with Incineroar, everybody would be like hunky dory. Nobody would have an argument with this. But it's them, the most wanted character, or I would say they're not the most wanted, but they're like the most wanted character that people want that probably doesn't have much of a chance to get in, but it still has like.
It's the pipe.
Yeah, it's the pipe dream. It's the new Geno. It's
yep.
but here's something I find interesting is going back to the argument that if this was all fan appeal characters, where the heck is Bandana Waddle Dee?
Maybe.
Tease me.
No, I'm serious. I am serious about that. I do know about his support. It was in the countdown I had, so I want to know why he's not on there. If you're trying to make this so fan appeal as possible, and you're following everything else, where's Bandana Waddle Dee?
DLC.
I'll take it.
Give me the D.
I'm guessing him and a few other people, like a bunch of the new ones were under considered but weren't able to make it. Like according to there was a text leak that coincided with the image and like it had all of the newcomers and they said cut characters were Ray01, Monster Hunter, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Chad
Who was
Ganondorf.
the third one? Oh, I think Dixie. Yeah, I think it was Dixie Kong.
They also said View would be back in a new boss called Spirit.
Yeah, but let's not spoil any more of that. Let's just stay on course with the characters.
It's amazing that the most legitimate leak is like the Grinch and Chad Ganondorf.
Yup.
They're very offensive.
Like I just showed that meme to some people a few days ago, and now it's like this is now the face of the leak.
Yes. Even if this somehow turns out to be fake, the Grinch will now be forever tied with Smash Brothers.
People are going to be making a me Grinch and putting him in Smash. This is going to be great.
Yes.
People already did it with
Yes,
the
and now that we can play with Mii's online, they're going to be everywhere.
If only you could turn the mead green.
Wait. I want someone to mod the villager, and his pocket will be like taking the Smash hype away, like how the Grinch steals stuff. Somebody needs
Ooh,
it.
that gives me an idea. Ooh.
See, this is why I
It's gonna
love
be
it.
like
It's
one
so
of the
beautiful.
first
You
fully
can,
modded characters.
yeah, you can make this work on so many levels. It's brilliant. So
his neutral. I remember reading a Reddit thread. It was like his neutral Fred is a free part projectile. Stink, stank, stunk.
it's okay. So, out of curiosity, which of these characters are you actually most excited for? If it's real,
Banjo.
Probably Gino, then Shadow and Ken.
Well, for me, I would have to say the two characters I'd be most excited for would have to be Banjo-Kazooie, obviously, and Shadow, because I really want to see how they're going to implement Shadow. I want to know, is he an Echo or is he like a semi-Echo?
I saw somebody joke about his side B being Snake's rocket launcher.
I'll take it. Anything that gets rid of Sonic's 2 spin dashes, I'll take it.
I said those down. It should be Chaos Control. It's just renamed Witch Time.
I reckon the only change Shadow's getting is just neutral teleport.
They could easily just make his neutral be a somersault because you gotta press B to do a somersault because somersault fits you through those tight spaces.
Now, to be fair, Shadow has used springs, so it wouldn't surprise me if he did still keep the spring, though the Chaos Control works far better. And it's the side B I want changed the most. He's had a spin dash, he's had a homing attack, but can he please just have Chaos Spear?
Please.
I'm hoping they ditch one of the spin dashes.
Yes.
We don't need 2 spin dashes.
That's exactly why I want Shadow in. But here's the funny thing though. I really don't like the box theory. Okay? Because it's 2 characters.
Who does?
Yeah.
Who does?
Well, I think it's people who want to believe it because they want to keep their expectations low. That's fine with me. That is fine.
I guess why people want to believe.
Yeah, from what I've seen, nobody wants to believe it.
Yeah, people who don't want to believe this, it's not because they don't want to. It's because they don't want to get their expectations up and then it just dies. Then they feel crushed. I completely understand that. I have no issues if that's your big reason why. It's like, feel free to feel that this is fake all the way. Nothing against you at all, period. I kind of wish I could think like that right now. I usually do, but right now it's just like there's a lot more pointing towards yes than no, but nothing's proven as of this moment.
Something to bring up is people who believe the box theory always bring up Sakurai said don't expect too many new characters during the E3, and I'm thinking, do you really trust Sakurai's word?
No, he said character announcements. He said character announcements will slow down. Technically, we haven't had one since September, so that's kind of slowed down. So having them all announced at once would be.
So,
I think the one thing that actually kind of like maybe box theory is still correct, because here's what I'm thinking, or at least what I'm hoping. Yeah, it's still 2 characters, but it's not going to be Ken and Incineroar, though I think Ken is there, obviously. But I think Shadow, if he's a semi-Echo, then it doesn't change anything. If he's a semi-Echo, then he doesn't need to take up spot right next to Sonic, and it won't mix or move anything. It still works the way it would. But I think all the other characters could then fit on the back of the box in like a top row. And that would work, right?
Yeah, that would work.
Possibly. Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I see it. That's what I'm hoping for. And
they could always just change the design because
something never added up about that box. It's like something about the way that it is to the mail lane newcomers just messes up according to the box view.
Oh no, actually they did. I was confused about it, but they did finally explain it to where it finally made sense to me. And after that, it was just like, dang it.
9.
Yeah, it's like the first 8, then it goes 9, and then there was like gonna be a spot open, but there was an extra spot, and then there was gonna be Ken. But if you line this up perfectly on the other side, there should be like a missing spot, and that's where Ken is gonna be. So on the side that we're seeing, you put Isabelle there, and then you're gonna put what was going to be Incineroar. Maybe he's still there. We'll find out. But that's the way it was gonna work, and there's a lot more detail to it than that, but it's kind of hard to explain. but
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that.
yeah.
One thing I want to bring up, if it's all right,
Go ahead.
is like 7 characters in one direct. How realistic do you think?
Hold on. We just had 5 in the last one, and we're getting a much longer
Yeah,
direct
but-
this time.
I was just
But in
about
the
to mention
last one,
that, Jay.
3 of them were echoes. In this one, it's implied that 5 of them will, and every unique character gets their own trailer.
Okay, but let's be fair here. How do you really think he's gonna like go into great detail on everything that's going to be there, or do you think he'll do like a quick montage of like things that are returning? Like here's All-Star mode, here's Events mode, here's like pictures and images and trophy gallery and stuff like that again. He's just gonna go over certain things like that real quick. Then he's gonna go over all the new stuff, including the new characters. So maybe if... Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, when you have that many new characters, how on earth are you going to show off trailers for all of them in a row like that?
Well,
Here's one trailer.
The treehouse is afterwards,
Here's another.
so
Yeah.
they've got gameplay coming right after.
Right, but I mean, like, you're going to have, what, 5 original characters, so how are you going to implement 5 different trailers for these characters, assuming that they all have their own CGI intros?
well,
I like the fear
they-
that Isaac was cut from the September direct,
Yeah,
because that
unfortunately.
makes it
Yeah.
flow more evenly.
I did see that picture you sent me. Unfortunately, I kind of figured it was just kind of like a glitch or like it didn't load properly, and they kind
It
of
was a glitch. Like the,
yeah.
I know what happened
I thought it was like I thought he was cut before even seeing that panel. I heard
one
that.
panel is from before Isabel was revealed, and the other panel is from like the side Oliver's on is just loaded from when Isabel wasn't there.
Yeah.
Why is Little Mac and Olimar the only characters affected?
yeah. There's like so
They
many
were the ones
coincidences that can't be explained. That being the case, the only I know I'm going off topic again, but the one inside source that I've heard, I don't have any. But from what I've heard from Papagino's channel, for those who haven't followed him, is that he says he has an inside source that has a source to Microsoft, and they can't tell us who they are, but he can confirm without a doubt Banjo is definitely in the game, but he's confused about Incineroar as well. He knows about all these characters, but he's confused as to why Incineroar isn't there.
Leak bait.
I would think so.
Maybe Incineroar was like Chrom from the last game. He was heavily considered, but then ultimately decided against.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's
you can
right.
really do that, but then again, we have had Pokemon Cut before, like Plusle and Minor, if that was actually true.
Yeah.
I'm thinking leak bait to catch the leakers or cut for DLC. Like people are.
Maybe it could have just been a red herring.
That's what we mean by leak bait.
I don't think we're necessarily going to get a new Pokemon just because we've always gotten a new Pokemon. Especially when we have 9 of them now.
Yeah, I think
So
that
I
might
don't
have been the reason
think-
why Incineroar may not have taken priority right away, is because we did get 9 Pokemon. We have 3 more
Yep.
Pokemon just came back. You know, does Incineroar really take that much time over getting the newcomer or the old veterans in? I think if it took more time, then yeah, Incineroar could be pushed back for DLC. But we'll just have to wait and
Something
see.
else to
And
keep in mind.
something to also consider is how long in advance did Sakurai know about Incineroar's existence? Because did he go to the Game Freak like he did with Greninja, or did he wait to see who was most popular when Sun and Moon came out in 2016? That was far after the project plan was done.
That's kind of hard to say, really. However, I would like to say that the rifle that everybody's been talking about, and that going to Mach Rider, I think that makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I thought Geno, but something fell off about Mach Rider makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Then again, it is Sakurai, so who knows if he only took like a piece of it. So, I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many factors and unknown variables that had to be taken into consideration. But that's the fun of the speculation, and I wish more people could have fun with it instead of what's going on in the community at the moment.
Yep.
I think we've kind of gone over as long as as much as we kind of need to. So before we give any kind of like speculation on what we think may happen in the direct that's going to come out very, very soon, you guys, quick thoughts. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Are you just kind of team maybe leaning towards real or fake? Where are you at?
For me, I'm leaning towards it being real, but I'm more of the I'll see it when I believe it part.
I think you said it backwards.
Oh, silly me. I'll believe it when I see it. So if like one of the characters is that was on the leak is confirmed on the direct, then yeah, it's real.
Like the only character on there that can't be disproven right away would be Ken, but like if he's the first character shown, doesn't really mean anything. And they wouldn't show him in the banner right away either. They'd have to wait till all the other characters are there. If any of those other characters are there, it's pretty much a given. If not, then it's dead. And that's that. And
if we get one character who's not on the banner, then I consider it dead right there.
Yeah.
Because if this is drinking out promotional material for the game, then it has to be the whole roster.
If this is the final roster, I am more than satisfied because Smash Ultimate has using this phrase, everyone is here. At E3, it meant everyone from every previous Smash game came back. But now, it seems to have taken on a whole new meaning. Every one of your fan requests, they're here. Isaac from Golden Sun, Banjo-Kazooie.
Never stop believing DLC.
Well, it's funny you mentioned DLC because Nintendo said that they were going to do like DLC for big games, and Smash Brothers is kind of a cash cow. So it'd be more shocking if they didn't do DLC.
Agreed.
I hope they continue on with the popular request for DLC, so I can get Ben Dandy.
DLC is practically confirmed.
If they go for popular requests, I need my boy Sora. Please.
I think he's kind of likely as long as Nintendo makes the call, and they make a few changes. They do have to make a few changes, but I think they're okay with it.
Yeah, because if they left Sora in as he is, he basically become Bayonetta because, well,
I know sword combat heavy. It just can't work. It can't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because
regarding
Kingdom Hearts 2 especially would be kind of devastating.
But I think that's why Nintendo has to be the one to send the invite, because Sakurai has to be the one to imagine how Sora could work in his playstyle, and if he can't get it to work without it breaking the game, then you can't really invite him. But if you can think of something, I think they can work something out.
Back to probability of the leak being real. I'm more 50-50, leaning towards fake.
That's cool.
I'm thinking not.
It's too much to me, like especially if there's just one direct. Like this is the last direct, so 7 characters in one direct just seems a bit odd to me.
I wasn't gonna argue against that, but then actually picturing all their intros and cutscenes and how you would do that one after the other, then it's like, unless they're gonna do like another 50 Smash Direct info thing, then maybe. But
well, something to bring up is there was recently a rumor that there was going to be a second Nintendo Direct that was going to be like a standalone. So maybe we could see most of the characters here, and then they'd save like 1 or 2 for that Direct.
Sakurai said this is the last one.
Well, no, he means like just like have a character being announced in a Direct that's not Smash Brothers, that's just Nintendo focused.
Similar to what they did with Isabelle.
Yeah. My only concern is, at this point, the damage is done. People are going to know if it's real or fake based on the characters that we're going to see. So you might as well just show off everybody right now. I mean, that was the intention anyway. So if it's only 2, well, yeah, that's a bit more believable the way they can pull it off. Kind of almost like last time, but not as much. But if it's 7, that would definitely explain why we got like 12 more minutes to it.
Even whether this leak is real or not, it's gonna be fun to see all the memes that emerge from the Direct, like always.
There will never be another leak like this.
There will never.
And the funny thing is, fake leaks take work to do. So imagine all the hard work and thought that had to go into this. There have been people who have been in promotional stuff saying like, yeah, this is how it goes. And even the company themselves had to have a video taken down recently. So that's kind of interesting.
And on a
And on a Sunday.
On a day that was on a Sunday.
Yeah. HMK was kind of saying, like, maybe it's not real because, people haven't been getting hit by copyright claims and notices. The difference here is that last time, the photo of the 3DS screenshots, like, Nintendo didn't do anything about those, right? It wasn't the screenshots, it was the video.
It was the video.
It was the video.
Gameplay.
Yeah.
If this is real, then we're going to be up to a total of 35 franchises represented in Smash Brothers.
That is insane. That's almost more than the characters that were in Brawl.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then there's still so many things that seem like they can actually measure up that can work with this. There's the blog post theory that said that there was going to be like maybe 7 more characters. Here we go.
Oh, that's like gotten a lot lower.
Yeah, I know it's not much, but it's like interesting that they do that. That it could measure up like that. And then there's also the stages. How many of those characters could get their own stage? Quite a number of them. Actually, probably the 5 newcomers. If it's still real, because they kind of went back on their word. So either they're trying to correct their mistake, or they accidentally said something they weren't supposed to.
I think they made a mistake. Even if the leak is real, like I don't see why they would have information we wouldn't know regarding Smash Bros. Specifically.
Well,
because
they are, and they do get some information from the Pokemon Company.
Yeah, that's Pokemon. But with Smash Bros, the news that was in there was very specific to the Smash Direct. Like, this was the only thing new. So I think they just made a mistake, even if this was real.
Well, true, but there is something to consider. The stage select does have those 5 open spots.
Yeah, it's 6 slots, 5 stages, and then 1 next stage for stage builder and DLC.
Yep.
We just have to wait for it to see. I mean, have fun in the comments, guys. Enjoy this. We're hoping that you guys can enjoy this as well as we are, because this is comedy gold.
We'll find out Thursday. 2 days.
Yep, it'll all be calm. I mean, it's going to be hype-tastic, but it's going to be more calm than what it is now.
No.
This is literally the calm before the storm.
Yeah, I'm trying to be realistic and say, like, I see the arguments both ways, but I'm kind of leaning more towards real. If it's wrong, kudos to the leaker. You got me.
You got.
That man has an IQ of 300 to pull this off.
You could say he got a wonderful, awful idea.
You see how this works on so many levels. This is why it's one of the best leaks ever.
If this is fake, he truly is the Grinch. He just.
I am a little salty that they ruined the surprise if it's real.
Yeah, but I think out of all the laughs I've gotten out of this, I can still enjoy it. Like, you ruined it, but I had such a good time laughing, I don't care anymore.
I'm hoping for Gino either way, just because puppet with a gun, such a simple idea, and it worked. If it's wrong, I hope Skull Kid's in. Like, there's been so much build-up and speculation that just to be nothing, it's a little disheartening.
No, we're all wrong, and they replaced the entire banner with Waluigi.
Oh my!
It's his time.
Oh bad, Waluigi time.
This picture is it relates to me so well. Wait, that's not mine.
Conspiracy.
They know.
The most convoluted conspiracy. Virgin Leak is fake. He's not even a real person. He was just made up by Nintendo to lower the hype, so this would blow it out of the water. Conspiracy.
There it goes. Are we still recording?
We're still recording.
See the Grinch movie just because of this. Yeah, we're at an hour.
No, we're still going, and I guess maybe real quickly before we wrap up, what do you think the presentation's going to be like on Thursday?
I think we're going to get a long, Spirits mode is going to get a long section. It's going to be a big contributor to why this is 40 minutes, I reckon.
Actually, I think it probably won't even be more than 5 minutes, to be honest.
Nah. It depends
I
on
think
what it
five-
is, I guess.
Maybe 8 minutes, because they do like to go quickly throughout everything that they show. I mean, I mean, the Castlevania stuff did take a pretty long time, but they focused on the little parts quickly.
I don't think Spirit Mode is going to be a little part.
I hope it's kind of paid.
More than what Smash Run got in the original Smash Direct.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Just show us all the returning modes, and then tell us about whatever spirits is supposed to be. Is it the spirit of adventure? Is it the spirit of like growing stronger? What? I don't want to believe that it's the good guys versus bad guys thing. I really don't want to believe that. To me, it just doesn't make sense.
I like the idea of it's like a sequel to the Great Maze, like a Metroidvania type adventure. And unlocking characters is by finding where they're hidden in the maze.
Well, you got. I mean,
Great Maze.
Let's think about all the modes that are going to be there, and then like every time you play one mode, it unlocks one character.
Please, I want the characters to be somewhat hard to get, because in Smash Wii U, I literally played for an hour and I had the entire roster.
I agree completely.
I found something for like, if they do one hidden newcomer, have like All-Star go backwards from the last fighter number to the current one, and at the very end have Fighter 00 Dragon King from the platform fighting.
Oh, that would be great.
Honestly, I'd be happy if they just cut All-Star mode, because that's gonna be so tedious.
All-Star mode is gonna be. I have an idea for how All-Star mode is gonna work. It's gonna be eras based on which game they originate from. Smash 64, Melee, Brawl, and 3DS, and then Ultimate Newcomers.
But it's still going to take so long, because this could be almost 80 characters you have to constantly beat up with 80 characters you have to do it with.
And I thought Smash Wii U's 58 character roster in All-Star mode seemed a little monotonous.
At this point, I reckon you should just make it a multi-man mode, like just first the entire cast in a multi-man match.
There you go. I love it.
I remember,
do it.
I remember those like the cut-off events.
That way, I don't.
Oh, have the stage change, like it morphs into the next one, so it's a consistent, smooth transition.
Yeah,
where like you fight the battlefield and end at Final Destination.
Like when you fight these Smash 64 characters, you fight them on a 64 stage, and move on to a Melee stage, Brawl stage, Smash Wii U and 3DS stage, and then Ultimate stage.
Or you could have it like, say, all the retro characters on one stage that has like a good retro feel. Then you have all the Mario characters. Then DK with like some of the other characters like Yoshi and Wario.
The other Mario related characters.
Yeah. And then have all the third-party characters on like one stage. But it'll be random every time. There we go. That's how you keep it interesting.
My predictions for the Direct are, we're definitely going to, I want them to touch on the online mode, definitely, because if you know Smash's history, it's not really had the best online over the years.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, so I would definitely love for them to talk about that in detail. Maybe touch on if For Fun and For Glory are coming back, and how like For Glory could include the battlefield modes of every stage as opposed to just the Omega forms, and maybe do more features with them, like the fact that you can only do stock matches in one-on-ones was kind of iffy to me in Smash Wii U and 3DS, but I think they could add coin matches to For Fun, for those people who want
stamina.
Stamina, and for those people who want to do Final Smash meter on and Final Smash Balls in For Fun as well. I also want to see if they what modes we have to play online with friends. Smashdown would be fun. Other than online, I would love to see what that mysterious mode is, if it really is the Spirits mode that's been heavily rumored, or if it's just something else entirely. I just want there to be just a big mode for the single player, because that's something that Smash Wii U and 3DS lacked in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because
if they manage to make it really replayable, I'd love that.
yeah, especially if we're
I
going
kind of
to,
love the rogue-like ideas for Spirit.
especially because we're going to have to unlock so many characters. Make the modes you have to unlock them fun, and that's it.
Just show me the characters. Just show me the characters, the online, and just tell us what that new mode is. And while you're at it, just tell us if DLC is already going to be like right out of the gate. Tell us if there's a day one DLC. That's all I want to know.
One thing I want to see to them talk about is what stage build is going to be like in this game, or if it's going to be back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be back, and I think you'll probably get like 5 minutes on that as well. Or it'll be like in the segment of like here are the returning things.
It's like, oh
Stage
yeah,
builder.
The stage builder, yeah, I'm pretty sure
I just
on that.
hope that they improve it a lot, because the Smash Wii U one was lacking a lot of features that the Brawl one had.
Yeah, if I had to pick between Brawl and Smash Wii U, I would probably pick Smash Wii U just for the detail I can go into when making the platforms. Like, I'm not limited to just block like I was in Smash Brawl. But
Yeah,
I do want
kinda what I
improvements.
Okay, and then Sliver?
Oh, I just want give us the characters, and I'm hoping for Spirits to be a good single player mode, because I was not able to be held by Smash 4 because of that. So yeah, any sort of strong single player mode.
That'd be greatly appreciated. I'd just be okay if they just brought back adventure mode. That's all. There are some things I would like changed about it, but I don't need a full-on subspace emissary. I don't need that. I just need to feel like there are some times where I'm going to be platforming. Like, I'm platforming through the Mushroom Kingdom.
I just
Here,
want
I'm
something I
platforming
can...
through a generic grassy plain.
I just want stuff where I can just click it, and then it just tells me what to do, instead of making just have some sort of single player stuff.
Yeah.
That's strong and nice.
Like, make it feel less linear. Like, maybe allow us to choose our path, similar to Smash 3DS's classic mode. Like, you can choose either going to the Punch Out world or the Street Fighter world. Like, stuff like that.
That'll be interesting.
Cut it if you like.
Oh, I can just...
The Metal Gear Solid world. They introduced the ladder attacks just so they have the ladder collab from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Alright, I think we kind of had to wrap this up because I have got to get this done. I've got to get a bunch of other videos done, and I don't have any time left to do it all. So, yikes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for joining me on this. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments where do you stand on this whole thing, and please be sensible, be reasonable, be sensible about this.
You're just gonna get Goku comments.
At this point, that's almost more sensible than what we see out there, right?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
This was fun. I'd be happy to try to do it again.
Alright. So until next time, later everyone.
See ya.
Just a few little things I wanted to bring up after recording and editing all this. Basically just the story itself and why I myself kind of find it to be somewhat believable, somewhat more why I'm leaning more towards Team Real is because it's not the banner that convinces me. Yeah, if you did that, you had to do a whole lot of work. You had to recreate Battlefield. You had to like Photoshop all the characters, make sure that you had all their positions. Any parts that might have been covered up had to be put in, as well as putting in many of all those new characters. Yeah, the one like Shadow and Banjo might look like they come from existing models, but I don't think I've seen the one for Isaac. So, sometimes they just go to those great details and lengths. And to me, it's not just the banner that makes it believable. I think if it was just that, people would have chalked it up to, it's just another fake. But it's really the story that becomes more convincing than the banner itself. Or, now, I guess you want to say, do you want to say it's the banner? Because I kind of want to say it's just the wrist strap. Because that's what it looks like to me. And even that looks like it's been packaged up, like it's ready to go for distribution. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. To me, it just looks like a wrist strap. But beyond that, that's the reason I kind of feel like it's real. I feel that this leak raises the bar a lot for leaks in general. Like Artsy Omni made it so that you had to create your own original design in order to get people to believe it's real. For this one, not only did it do that, even if it's really hard to tell, but it comes up with a story that has, like, follow the breadcrumbs, and there's truth and evidence here and there, and that's what makes it so believable. Now, if you were to ask him about the whole insider sources and how everybody's saying it's wrong, well, I mean, they could be right. They could be right, but let's not forget that sometimes the inside information might not have the correct information, or they might mistake something. One of Virgibin's leaks did say that Isabelle was going to be an Echo fighter, but it turned out she was like a semi-Echo. And there was like some confusion there, and it was just basically because the leak or the source didn't really say, or just assumed it was based on how on the moves that they saw. Maybe from my perspective, I think that kind of tells me I think I know where the source actually comes from, or at least in what department. But who knows at this point? Maybe they didn't get to see the rest of the characters until all the presentation was entirely done. Who knows at this point? I think it's going to be interesting. I'm trying to hype responsibly, even though I can't stand the fact that I have to wait maybe about another 10 hours until the direct finally happens. That's when I hopefully got this video done by. I'm sorry it took so long. It's probably one of my laziest edits, but it's done. And with that said, I'll see you guys hopefully in a reactions video or in a Smash chat about that. And I still have to do the August direct one, but I think I'm just going to do like quick little bulletin points and maybe hopefully get that one done before whoever I do the Smash chat with for the November 1st direct. So until then, later, love ya, take care, goodbye!